Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we haven't done one of these for a while. Here's a little statement from Scott from a couple of days ago. Here we go. After spending time at GDC and having some space to reflect, one thing is clear. The VR industry is in a moment of recalibration. There's been uncertainty, a brief shudder of darkness, but what I saw at GDC proved something I've always believed. The industry isn't fading, it's rallying. But let's be honest, success doesn't wait around for us to catch up. Look back at history. The people who rose to power didn't get there basking nicely. They took what they believed was theirs. The same spirit is alive today, just in a different form. We don't need to conquer territory, but we do need to fight for opportunity, challenge the status quo, and refuse to sit still when the world shifts under our feet. At Combat Waffle Studios, we are not just doubling down on VR, we're expanding. Mobile, flat screen, and emerging platforms are part of our future. Because adaptability isn't optional anymore, it's survival. If GDC taught me anything, it's this. Being prepared is good, being relentless is better. The future of immersive gaming isn't going to be handed to anyone. You want it, go take it. And then there's a few hashtags at the bottom there. So this is an interesting statement. People will have different opinions on what it actually means. One of the concerns that had been raised previously or had been discussed for quite a while is Combat Waffle Studios not focusing on fixing and improving Ghosts of Tabor with all of their energy. You know, they have different teams doing different things. They have at least 2 other games in development, and now they're talking about mobile, flat screen, and emerging platforms are part of their future. So this more diversifying, I could understand why that would be a good thing for them, you know, if their main goal is money, which it does seem like it is most of the time. However, for Ghost of Tabor, is that going to be a good thing? I don't know. Are they going to bring out a Ghost of Tabor on flat screen? That might be a good thing. It really depends what they mean, but it's quite a strange or an interesting statement, and it's hard to know which way it will go, whether it'll be something that is concerning or something that could be decent down the line. The more focus and attention they're pulling away off putting effort into Ghost of Tabor to fix, you know, game-breaking bugs and things like that, seems like a bad thing for Ghost of Tabor fans. But if we could jump ahead 2 years and we've got a Ghost of Tabor version on flat screen, Ghost of Tabor itself is sort of getting fixed quite regularly and better, and they use the money off their mobile and flat screen products to kind of pop back into the VR side, then who knows, maybe it'll be a good thing. I don't want to just come straight at it from a negative point of view. You can tell, again, his demeanor, his way of speaking, his like attitude is quite strange in my opinion. Sort of saying things like the people who rose to power didn't get there basking nicely. It's sort of, I mean, I suppose, but it kind of seems irrelevant. I don't know. That's just who he is as a person, maybe. Fair enough. I just wanted to share that quick statement because it does put the VR side possibly in turmoil. And then there's people that will say, you know, well, it's different. Say the 2 new games they're developing, it's not actually their dev team and so on, but it is still their energy, their money, like resources that they could be using instead of making those 2 new games or now all these other things. They could be using it just to focus on Ghost of Tabor and, you know, trying to make those improvements, because from what he says himself, you know, it's made a decent amount of money, it's got a lot of players, you know, these are all things that he says about the game. So why not reflect that by putting effort and energy back into that game as opposed to more diversifying? The only reason I can see to really do that, it feels like it's, you know, a money grab. So you have, instead of one product that's really good and really focused on, and there's no problems with, you make 10 subpar products and you end up getting more sales that way because you're spreading games out and people buy new things, you know. So you would get more money that way, but they're all just shallow. You know, you have 10 shallow things rather than 1 or 2 deep pools of really awesome gaming. Again, that might just be me being negative. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I thought it was an interesting statement, so I thought I'd make a quick little video about it. I haven't done anything on Scott or Ghost of Tabor for a while. I was trying to let it sit and get the improvements that I thought they were working on, that I hoped it needed. But maybe that's not the case anymore. Maybe it's not doing it. So catch you next time.